Hi everyone, I'm wanting today to introduce you to our new version of White Hare Wisdom that will be coming to Kickstarter on February the 4th, 2025, and here it is. Those of you who have been with us for a while will remember the very first version of White Hare Wisdom. We no longer have any of the large decks. We haven't had them for a few years, and we've just had the little pocket version here. But it's such a long time ago since we created White Hare Wisdom. We really wanted to give Ursula the opportunity to have a revamp and make her as special as we possibly could, because we've learnt a lot on our Oracle journey. We've done quite a few decks now. Some of you will know the Magic Cottage, Secrets of Wandwood, Hare's Odyssey, the Arboridium. So Ursula didn't quite have the same treatment, so it was her turn really. And we're so pleased with the results. The box has come out beautifully. And it's a bit deeper than the others because it's got a few more cards. So the back of the box, it's like the outside of Ursula's cottage. Had a bit of fun with that one. The guidebook is very chunky. We've expanded all the descriptions of the cards, as you can see from the old guidebook. It's much chunkier. And we've also added the end lines, because in White Hare Wisdom we hadn't put the end lines, so that you can have a quick look at the sort of succinct meaning. So we've added that in this guidebook. So it's got a lovely matte finish to the book, but nice and chunky. And here are the cards. The majority of the cards are the same, bar we have a new back to the cards, which is Ursula's cottage, which is very cozy. But we have 3 completely new cards, so there'll be 47, and we have replaced some images and also some complete cards in the deck, because we've given it a good look through, and there was always some things that we wanted to tweak. So I shall go through the cards with you. Also, all the cards have the Parlour Witch words, which in the descriptions you will be able to see how they're pronounced. But here we have Ancestral Wisdom, Breathe. This has always been a favourite of mine. Just that thought of standing on the top of a hill, being windswept, is always so wonderful and exhilarating. Here we have Cleansing, Curiosity, and also the cards are split as before into all the elements, and we have a sort of witch section, a festival, Celtic festival section, so they're all split into various sections too. This is a new image for this card. Naiman, or New Moon. Stargazing, or lid gazing as they say in the Dale. These are the fire cards. Courage. Oops. Hagreki is the Parlour Witch for this card. Another favourite card, Dance. I think some people might know where my inspiration comes from for this one. Hearth. I love the cosy feel of this card. Ildstead is the Parlour Witch. Judging the Moment, for is fine. Passion, Footslager. Ursula has a passion, as you can see, for broomsticks. Protection, S'moring. I love the idea of s'moring, and it's like keeping a fire, the embers safe for the morning to relight the fire. It's like keeping the embers of your dreams just on the, on the back burner, but just feeding them enough so that they are still there and you can ignite them again one day. Acceptance, Sprelgaday. Some days are just gonna be one of those days. Creativity, Esther Garvin. I love that. It's Ursula's little familiar, building a little Ursula snowman, or snowwoman, snow hare. Flow, Flied. Intuition. Here's Idla. She is the mysterious raven from the League of Lid Curving Witchery who appears when you need a bit of intuition. Magical properties. This is about when certain situations can be sort of transmuted into other things. It's like water can become steam or snow or ice, it's like malleable, and a lot of ideas or problems you can treat in the same way. That's Skralen. Release. I love this card. It's that standing in the rain and just letting all those worries just wash away. Pafari. Add colour. Sometimes just adding some colour to your life can change your mood. It's just sometimes as simple as that. Charm. This is a new card and I love this card. We're also offering a little fabric kit to make your own Hesky. It's a little kitchen witch within our Kickstarter, so look out for that. This is a lovely card. It's one of my favourites, and it's a brand new story. Hidden Fajar. Sometimes we can tidy our mind and tidy, literally, tidy our cupboards, and sometimes we find a bit of hidden treasure there. Ingredients, another new card. Rafni. We always need the right ingredients to make something work well. Nurture. That's a lovely card. I always love this card. Ursula, even if it's just nurturing a plant on your windowsill. To nurture something nurtures ourselves as well. Staying grounded. And Ursula literally likes to stay grounded. She has rather a large collection of very Zorkly boots. Full Moon, full moon. It's about full moon energy. Love, and there's Ursula's little familiar there. Magic. The magic of the natural world is always around us, helping us through. You just have to just look for it and it's always there. Meditate. The Ploffshrooms of Wandwood and Winchett Dale, they are always meditating, and they have a very calm sense about them. Bar a few from the trilogy who not quite so calm, but if you've ever read our trilogy you'll find out more about those little chaps. Mending. This is about mending is it's a very calming thing to do, and I think in mending, literally mending things, you can begin to sort of use it as a way of mending other things in your life. It's a very metaphorical but a really, really good thing to do. Receive. some of us, and I know I'm one of those people who sometimes find it harder to receive than to give, but it's a really important thing to be able to do. Retreat, Meerhaven, and that is another really important time to know when we need to retreat, to fill up our batteries, and sometimes we have to look after ourselves so that we can look after the others that we love. Familiar, this is a new extra card. Here's Ursula with her little familiar, her little Snupple in the snow. Keep your path clear, Shirshling. That's such an important and really good thing to do, to have things that are nagging at the back of your mind, maybe things that you haven't done. It could be anything, from doing your tax return to, sending off a letter or a bill or whatever it is, or, joining something that you've been meaning to do for a while. Those little nagging things, and having your house in order, taking the time to do that gives you less stress, and it helps relieve all those little nagging worries. Nourish, we have to nourish ourselves. We have to nourish our minds, body, spirit. It all needs nourishing, and as it's a balance, in order to stay healthy in our being, Rise above, Zorkly. I love this one. It's when we get so bogged down and something feels like, we can't solve it, the problem, or things just get too much. We need to take ourselves away and try and look at the overview, and sometimes even literally taking yourself, somewhere, the top of a hill or somewhere away by the sea, and you can begin to see things in context, and maybe, it becomes easier to find solutions. Rituals, I love rituals, whatever they are. Making more rituals in your day-to-day is a really lovely thing to do. I think it's very grounding, it's very calming, very satisfying. Self-belief, Tillit. As Ursula says, even if you're feeling self-doubt, she just puts on her hat, and her hat is a metaphor for her, for, her self-belief, and it gives her that, silly things, just little things can be imbued with self-belief, little amulets or whatever, and it's sometimes quite helpful simply to have it in your pocket, or to wear a certain, piece of clothing or whatever it is, or piece of jewelry. And I have a necklace that does that for me, and it's sort of Ursula, she wears a hat, and it gives her that self-belief. Truth. This is the Lantern of Truth. This is a new card, and a new story. Logar. Wand. We all have power. The wand represents power, but we have to choose when and where to use it. And when you have power, you have to use it wisely. Transformation. So this sort of it's one of my favourite festivals. It's hard to know which is my best, most, number one favourite festival, and I think it's Yule, to be honest. I love Yule. I just love that turning of the light. It's a very special time. This is a new story and a new image for Yule. In bulk, again, it's a really lovely time. I do love in bulk. I sort of flit between favourites, I think, depending what's happened in the year. Astara, incubation, when things are just beginning to stir and there's something just waiting to come out in the spring. Beltane, this is a new image. Offerings, it's a new celebration that the witches have in the land of the white hares. Letha, it's another new one. Basque, it's about Ursula's sun jar, as she calls it. Another new festival card for Lammas, gratitude. Ursula making her Lammas bread. And Mabon. This is one from the original deck. About balance and rest after the activity of the summer. So these are the cards. I hope you'd like to see the new additions that we've made. As I say, they will be coming to Kickstarter on the 4th of February. We will also have some other things within the Kickstarter. There'll be a little cotton pouch, which the deck can be kept in as a sort of extra, and also a really lovely velvet reading cloth of Ursula's cottage. It's a bit big to get in here, but it's really lovely. It's just really silky and gorgeous. There will also be some other bits and pieces and add-ons and stretch goals and various things, so look out for information on our Kickstarter coming soon. There'll be a link in this post where you can click to be notified on the launch of the project if you wish, and you can find out more on our social media or subscribing to our website. But I hope you've enjoyed this little run through of our brand new revised version of White Hare Wisdom, and yeah, sending you magical and thoughtly wishes.